everyone, welcome to another episode of White Coats and Stilettos, and if you are new, you are welcome too. I wanted to go over some questions or answer some questions that some of you guys have been asking me, whether or not it's through email or through some of the comments under some of the videos. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first question is, what was the best approach you took towards the MCAT? So if you've been following some of my videos, you know that I really didn't do too well on the MCAT, and I took it 3 times. The approach that I took wasn't a really good approach, but the approach that I should have taken was honestly a little bit more time studying. Instead of 2 weeks or a month, I probably would have taken 2 months at least. And I would have also done a lot of practice questions and a lot of practice exams, something that I did not do. So if I could do it all over again, that's one thing I would definitely do. Another approach could be to take an MCAT class. I know a lot of people take MCAT classes, however they are very expensive. I did take an MCAT class. It was a 30-day MCAT class. Honestly, it really didn't help me because the days were so long. I think it was like 8 hours, and my attention span is about 3 hours. So after the first 2 or 3 hours, I was done listening. So I really didn't get as much information or as much help from that class as I needed to get. However, if you are an organized person, I would suggest making a schedule for yourself and to really follow that schedule and be very responsible and organized with that time, and I think it's doable. However, if you know that you're not an organized person and you're not very responsible with your time, taking an MCAT class would be something that you should look into. Okay, number 2. What resources did you use to study for the MCAT? I used the Kaplan books, and then I used my MCAT course that I took. I wish I would have done more practice questions and practice tests. So 3. How important is the GPA? So GPA is very important, and it's one of the most important factors that admission committees look at. And so the reason why the GPA is very important is because it allows a school to gauge your, ability to succeed in very rigorous courses. More importantly, your science GPA is very important. Research whatever schools you are interested in going to. You should research what their average GPA is, and potentially plus minus 0.2 points should be the standard deviation, in my opinion. But then again, you should research that. So if the average GPA for a school is like a 3.8, you should look for at least a 3.6 in order to give yourself a good standing in order to get interviews and get accepted as well. So GPA is important. Do you recommend doing a post-bac? So to be honest, I've never heard of a post-bac until I came to medical school, because a lot of my classmates did do a post-bac, and most of them, the reasons why they did a post-bac was to increase their GPA. So a post-bac is recommended if your GPA isn't as competitive as it needs to be. Okay, so does applying too many times decrease your chances of getting into medical school? And to be honest, I think it doesn't decrease your chances. I think it increases your chances, because it shows them that you are determined to get into medical school and that you didn't give up after the first rejection or the second rejection or the third rejection. Continue to apply. If medical school is really what you want to do, please don't give up. Okay. So what classes should I take in undergrad? So again, you should take the required classes to get into medical school. Not every single school requires the same classes, so you should again do your research and figure out what are prerequisites for certain medical schools. I know for undergrad, like being a biology major, that literally like takes care of 90% or even 100% of all the prerequisites for most medical schools in Texas, I know for sure. However, there are some schools that require other classes. Just make sure that you're doing your research and you're figuring out what those classes are to fulfill that requirement. Also, some people ask, like, should you do upper division biology classes or anatomy classes to help you prepare for the first year of medical school? And yeah, those classes may be helpful. However, I think in undergrad, your main focus should be getting your prerequisites and making sure that your GPA is a competitive GPA, and also that your MCAT scores are very competitive. I don't think it's that important to do like anatomy classes or upper division bio classes to help you for your first year of medical school, because regardless, everyone is going to be on the same playing field the first week of school. You guys will all be confused. You all will be stressed and scared at all the information that's being thrown at you, and don't waste your time. Okay, last question. What did you write about in your personal statement? So for my personal statement, I know that I wanted to incorporate some very important factors that I wanted the admissions committees to know about me. And that was that I was very, 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 very determined to getting into medical school and being a physician. I was very committed to service and helping other people, and I had so much compassion for everyone around me, and I really, really wanted them to understand that about me. So I tried to pick a story of my life that incorporated all three of those factors into my personal statement. So I hope that this video helps. If there are questions that I didn't answer that you want answered, I will leave my email down on the description box, or feel free to leave a comment down in the comment box. Also, if some of the questions that I answered wasn't good enough for you, let me know about that too, so that I can get a second opinion from someone else who knows way more than me, okay? So I hope that this helps. I will see you guys again later on with another video. I don't know what it's gonna be about, but hopefully it'll be something very helpful. But yeah. Something in present, tactile. Is there another word for tactile? It's something that's tangible. That's the word I was looking for. When I was on my shift today, I was sitting next to one of the clerks, and we were talking about this, bad accident that happened. And I was like, yeah, for my EMS shift, we had to respond to this bad accident. And so then we kind of figured out it was the same accident we were talking about. And then he showed me like the news article, and I was like, there I go, my hair in my jacket, in my pants. That's me. So now I'm in my emergency rotation. Everyone is like getting up and seeing patients and doing this. Emergency is fun. You get to see a lot of cool things. You get to do a lot of cool things. I got to disinfect somebody.